Beautiful morning here at the crispy, cool Tamworth. We had a good layer of frost here this morning, but luckily I've got a nice healthy leftover meal from last night. I'll show you in a minute. I've actually got made the beef and Guinness stew last night, so I'm going to have some of that on some toast for breakfast, along with my coffee. So yeah, that's my morning start. But as soon as straight after I finish my breakfast, we're going to put together another recipe for you. It's another one of my favourites. I haven't done it in many years actually, but I've been meaning to. So anyway, I'm not going to spoil the surprise. Wait and see what I come up with after this this yummy breakfast, and I might as well torment you and give you a bit of a look at what I'm actually cooking over here. And yeah, it is off the charts. Actually, I'll just move that off the heat because it's bubbling away pretty hard there now. Let's just move him over here with my lid lifter. You know, King Brown lid lifters, can't beat them. Come in here, Martina, and have a close look at that. How good does that look? Wow. That beef that's in there is just falling apart. As you can see, the bones are completely empty. Whew, that's me coming here, and I'm just going to have some of that on toast. Oh, I should have put my damn gloves on because it's very hot. How's that for a good bushman's breakfast? Hit him out there in the light. Look at that. How's that for a good bushman's breakfast?
It's very yummy.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to go and eat this, and I'll be straight back with my new recipe. Okay. Brown here, folks, and just got another recipe for you today. Braised steak and onions. Remember the old tins from, you know, some of you might remember from 30-40 years ago? That was good tucker, I tell you. I started cooking with that. I thought I was a gourmet chef. I used to mix the braised steak and onion with the Irish stew. I had some extra onions, and I thought I was pretty good way back in the day when I was a young bloke. My first camp oven meals were usually a combination of braised steak and onion tins. You remember the red tin? Very, very good. Then they changed the recipe or something and it tasted like crap, and no one bought it, and then it just disappeared altogether. Never been seen again. But anyway, this one I spent a fair bit of time trying to get something that tasted like it, and look, it's been quite a number of years since I did it. I got the recipe very close to the original, probably better actually, but it's been a long time, and I probably did write it down somewhere, but I lost a lot of my stuff in the floods there a few years ago, so it probably disappeared with then. But up here in my head, I remember some basics. There's a couple of very unique ingredients in my recipe, and so yeah, you might get a bit of a surprise of what actually goes in. But anyway, we're going to get some onions down here. We're going to get them on the pot and get them caramelizing, and I'm going to do it slowly over a fair bit of time because I've got time. I'm going to go to town in a minute, and we're going to be in there for a little while doing a few things, so it'll be an hour or two. So we're just going to let them simmer for a couple of hours while we're away. I'll get them on in a minute. A quick run through the ingredients. We've got some we've got some blade steak, which is no, not very nice as a steak really as a rule, but good for this little dish. And I like to use steak. I mean, people will say use chuck in it, you know, to get that broken down, really tender. But listen, in my opinion, we're cooking braised steak and onions. We're not cooking braised beef and onions. So I like to have that steakiness about the meat in this dish, with a sauce and with the onions. Okay, so that's the one I'm chose to use at the moment, is the blade steak. We'll give that a run. What else is going to go in there? Okay, well, we're going to dust it with the steak. We're going to dust up the steak pieces with some, it says cocoa powder in there, but it's actually corn flour. We're going to caramelise the onions in some Worcestershire sauce and possibly a bit of beef stock as well. And that'll be frying away gently in a bit of butter, of course, sweetened up with a bit of macadamia oil just to raise the burning point temperature of the butter. Fantastic stuff, this macadamia oil. I've got some thyme, I've got some tomato paste, and I've got a couple of secret ingredients here. One is my Vegemite, all right? This dish does not work without a good dollop of it, and to counterbalance the Vegemite, I put in some golden syrup, all right? Sounds a bit weird. Trust me, I'm an expert. And we'll see how we go. Anyway, I've done it before, and it's come out, we've done it heaps of times before. Probably a bit of cracked pepper as well. I think that's about it. All right, we're just going to get these onions in there now. Where's my lid lifter? Right there. This pot's been warming up. It's probably a bit too hot, but that's all right. Putting the all this onion in there will pull the temperature down a little bit. And I'll put my knife away. I'll use that one, I suppose. Good dollop of that. Oh, it's sizzling. We'll throw in some oil. I don't think it's hot enough to actually burn those onions anyway. And here we go, we'll put these onions in there like that. That's actually 6 small onions, so it's a lot, but I know it'll reduce down to bugger all, so it'll go down to a third of that probably. So what else can we put in there? We might just throw a little bit of thyme in there, just for the hell of it. Bit of thyme. And, you know, I might throw some black pepper in there. We'll season these up a little bit. Oh, how good's that smell? I forgot to put garlic. I need garlic to go in there as well. I'll get that out in a minute and I'll put that in. I think it's over here, isn't it, Martina? Do you know where it is? Up here? Yeah. It's good having that pantry. It's so good having a pantry on my caravan over here and this outdoor kitchen. Suits me down to the ground. Alright, I've got a couple of cloves here. You do need garlic in this dish. I don't know how I managed to forget that. And that paper stuff off it. Just chop that up a bit.
Yeah, smells good.
Smells good over there.
Yeah.
Right, let's throw that in there as well. That'll get it smelling. And I need a stirring spoon, Martina. I forgot the stirring spoon as well. Talk about unorganised. It's alright. It's all here. Look. Found one. Lucky Martin did the washing up this morning, so it's all put away. So we'll roll around. Yeah, that's a nice little slow simmer. Alright, we'll add some liquid with that and let that stew away while we go to town. The old Holbrooks Worcestershire sauce, can't beat that stuff. Beautiful. Oh. And a good splash. Alright, good splash of that. I'm tempted to add a bit of stock into there. I might just check that before I go to town. I might actually have to add, you know, half a cup of stock. I just don't want it to evaporate out. It's very low simmer. You can barely hear it now with that little bit of liquid. Basically, I've got hardly any coals underneath that. I'm just going to put the lid on it and let that steam and simmer very gently while we're in town. There's hardly any coals there. There's probably enough to run for about an hour and it'll just about die right out. That's fine. When we come back, we'll start working on the meat, build our sauce, and make our braised steak and onions. Here we are, we're back again with Tamworth. We've been to town, we've been caramelising these onions while we're away, and it all died down. I've cranked the heat back up and reduced a bit of the liquid out. And actually, I might get them off there for a second, off that heat. We'll sit them over here, Martina. You might be able to get a bit of light on them there. And I'm just going to bail them out of the oven and put them in a container. Oh, they smell good. Put them in a bit of a container out of the road for the moment. Lots of smell, lots of...
Yummy.
Yeah, it smells good. Onions always smell good.
Yeah.
A bit of garlic, a bit of Holbrook's Worcestershire sauce. Get most of them out. And I'm just going to throw this straight back on there into the heat real quick. Lifter. Back onto that heat. I've got it cranking up. Put it on. Got a good batch of coals underneath him. Actually, they were pretty dead when I got back, but I put some fresh coals on him, and I sparked them up on my little toy here.
Jesus.
Oops. Dust everywhere, all over the meat. Here we go. I wasn't supposed to have it.
What do you need to use that one?
Good little tip though.
It's not good.
You put some heat under there like that, some air into it like that. Look at that flame roaring now. So that's how I got them going real quick when I have to. I just spark them up with this little blower. Bushman uses all of his tools. Anyway, yeah, that's getting nice and hot looking down there. I'm going to whack a bit more oil in there. There's a fair bit of sugary stuff there because of the sauce and the onions. And I've got my beautiful pile of meat over here. There was ended up being 3 big steaks in that packet that I had earlier. And I've diced it all up. I do want to put some flour on them. Just corn flour. I was going to put them in a bag and roll them around. That would have been smarter probably. Lazy man's way of doing it.
Wait, do you need to put the cornstarch?
Cornstarch, corn flour.
Corn flour, yeah.
Yeah, corn flour we call it.
Sorry.
Here. I think the Americans might call it cornstarch. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know it's corn flour.
Yeah, corn flour and cornstarch, I think, is one...
Same thing.
Same things.
Yeah. Lots of smoke coming out over there now. I want it very, very hot because I don't want it to muck
Hey,
around
put it in now.
with liquid.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be stewing. I want it to be frying very fast. That's a beautiful oil. A little bit of that oil just goes such a long way. If I get a good brown on one side even, that's, sometimes that's all you need. Don't have to get it evenly browned all over and perfect. Sizzling away then, I'll whack a bit more oil up this high side up here. Go on, get into it, you.
Jesus.
Low point, the oven's rolling downhill a little bit. I'll just swing him around, let it drift back. The oil's just flowing back down under him again now.
Yeah.
Give them a dry. How much the body? I've got about a third of it in there at the moment. A little bit of colour. Alright, well, we'll continue to brown this meat up. It's going to take me a few minutes. Just to get a bit of the Maillard effect, I think it's called. The technical term, caramelising and browning the meat. So it'll take us a few minutes to get through this whole batch. We might just cut the camera off while we're doing that and then come back towards the end because that's when the action's starting to happen as we start to make this into the beautiful braised steak and onion dish that I'm hoping to achieve. Alright, we'll be back in a few minutes. going really quickly here. We've got this meat nicely browned up, as you can see. And I've got to be really quick because at any second now they're going to start the music up again, and that'll just demonetise it and be a complete waste of time for me. So yeah, I'm just going to build this sauce really quickly. We're going to deglaze what's in there with some beef stock. The onions in there first. Onions are in. Beef's brown, onions are back in. Concentrate them. I know they're going to start that music any second, so I'm in a hurry. Let's get some beef stock in there. I know it's going to take the whole lot. One of those.
Tomato paste.
What have we got? Yeah, we've got some left from yesterday. That's what I used 3 yesterday instead of 2, didn't I? That's alright. 2 big tablespoons of tomato paste. We'll give that a bit of a stir in, get it going. Now, let's get our special ingredients in here, quick as we can.
Yes, wow,
Look at that, we're getting the colour in there already that we're looking for the braised steak. Look at that, that's a beautiful colour for braised steak. This Vegemite is going to give it so much depth of flavour. It really does. I'm going to start with 1, but I might even add a little bit extra yet. We'll just see how we go with the 1. And it'll take a few minutes for that to break down and mix in, and I'll give it a good 10-15 minutes of simmering, and then I'll come up and taste the profile and adjust it as necessary. But we're going to start with the 1 big heavy one, just like that. Get it all in there. There we go. That's got it. Oh, that's actually changed the smell already, hasn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. And now we're going to add the golden syrup. So I'm going to put probably about the same as the Vegemite, so a good tablespoon in there.
How do you know you did not use that?
I know I didn't measure it. I know. I'm always in trouble for not measuring it. All right. Did we miss anything? I think that's pretty much it. Just let me check, make sure I haven't accidentally forgotten something.
It's smoky.
I'll put a little bit of ground pepper in there, and I might even make a little bit of salt in there as well, but I'll do that to taste a little bit later on. Just season up a bit of ground pepper. Alright, we're just going to let that run with the lid on, and I'll check that in 15 minutes, and then I'll come back, and if it needs adjusting, I'll adjust it, and other than that, we'll come back when we're ready to stir. Ready to serve up and eat it. That's my dinner tonight, that is.
Oh wow. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, we're back. We've got a plane going over. But it's drowning out the music they're playing. So if I go very quiet very quickly and you start seeing subtitles, it's because I'm trying not to be demonetised because they're playing loud music over here. Anyway.
Oh wow.
It's been resting for a while, and Martina's already had a dish, haven't you? Already had a plate full of it.
Yeah, but I want some more.
Apparently it was pretty
I want
good.
some more.
We've got some beautiful texture on it. Can we get that in the sun? Have a look.
It's yummy.
And it is. I've had a taste. It's absolutely delicious. And I'm going to serve myself up a plate right now, and go and enjoy it with
Can
a
I
cold
have some
beer.
tonight?
What was that?
Can I have some tonight?
Can you have some more tonight?
Yeah.
You won't come out in the cold to get it.
Oh, I
But that's
will
enough.
bring.
Look at that, it's heaps.
Yeah. I will bring
All right.
the caravan.
I'll put that up there, and I'm going to go and enjoy that. And happy cooking, everyone. Braised steak and onions, King Brandon.